The White House just loves differing opinions, and when people have things to say that are contrary to what the party wants them
They do?
to believe. Yeah. So, last week we talked about how the White House, Jen Psaki mentioned, Pat played the clip of her talking about how they flag posts on social media.
Yep, absolutely.
They get in touch with social media and they say, hey guys, this is a problematic post. We can't be having this opinion out there. There's more specificity to this than just that with this clip where she's talking about individuals online on social media. Let's have that clip, please.
So I think this was a question asked before, there's about 12 people who are producing 65% of anti-vaccine misinformation on social media platforms. All of them remain active on Facebook, despite some even being banned on other platforms, including Facebook, ones that Facebook owns. Third, it's important to take faster action against harmful posts. As you all know, information travels quite quickly on social media platforms.
Yeah, it sure does,
Sometimes
doesn't it,
it's not accurate, and Facebook needs to move more quickly to remove harmful, violative posts. Posts that will be within their policies for removal often remain up for days. That's too long. The information spreads too quickly. Finally, we have proposed they promote quality information sources in their feed algorithm. Facebook has repeatedly shown that they have the leverage to promote quality information. We've seen them effectively do this in their algorithm over low quality information, and they've chosen not to use it in this case, and that's certainly an area that would have an impact. So these are certainly the proposals. We engage with them regularly, and they certainly understand what our asks
now
are.
up yours.
This is terrifying. This is terrifying.
So they know the people that are marked have got them.
The dirty dozen.
They're saying 65% is posting that on Facebook. It's interesting that they walk the line. I think this is a little bit of what we talked about last week, too, is how they walk the line of it's not us. We're just pointing it out to Facebook.
Right. Just
pointing it out. We're close to them just saying it is us.
Very close.
It is us, and we're telling Facebook if you want the government regulation and you want to work with us, then when we say someone needs to go away, they need to go away.
And did you catch that nudge, nudge, wink, wink, where she said to Facebook, she said, look, we know that they have the ability to silence people. Why aren't you doing it, Mark?
They don't want to use the algorithm. They've said that they're not using the algorithm.
We know where the bodies are buried, Facebook, and if you don't play ball with us and our messaging, then maybe we'll just
Mark has already said, we saw the emails between him and Fauci early on, that what can I do to help?
What can I do to help?
Yeah,
well,
so he's there.
You're not doing enough, apparently.
Well, not yet, not now.
Right.
He has been, and now they want more. And, the real... I want to know the algorithm, too. I want to know how their algorithms work. I want to know what they do. I want to be responsible for my own posts. But Facebook, there's so many social media sites now that when, like she said, even being banned on one, they're still posting on another.
They want it all.
They want it all. And she even said in one of, and it may have been the same press conference, although I'm not sure that it was, where she said...
My next clip may cover what you're saying.
Excellent.
Let's find out. So listen to these important questions. Philip Wegman asks Jen Psaki, and see if she answers any of them.
I have a clarifying question on how you identify this misinformation. I'm wondering if you could tell us specifically how the administration identifies what is misinformation and then how you flag it to Facebook. That's one. Two is how many times has the administration flagged this kind of information? And then three, how long has this been going? And then finally, I know that you are deadly serious about this conversation. You talked about how this is life and death. But are there any types of safeguards that the administration is putting in place to make certain that they do not chill free speech while they are going after this kind of disinformation?
First of all, to be crystal clear, any decision about platform usage and who should be on the platform is orchestrated and determined by private sector companies. Facebook is one of them. Right?
Yeah, they're private
and there
sector.
are a range of media who also have their own criteria and rules in place, and they implement them, and that's their decision to do.
That's
that
their
is not
decision.
The federal government doing that.
Aha.
It is life and death. It is a public health issue in the country. That's why the Surgeon General was here talking about it yesterday. There are trends.
Public health issue.
We can
Jeffy.
see you can all probably see on Facebook and other social media platforms. And so what we raise are issues like there is a lot of information out there about the false claim that COVID-19 causes infertility.
Okay.
Everyone in this room knows that's factually inaccurate. We raise for them in our direct channels, of which every administration has always had with every social media platform, that we are seeing this trend. It's troubling. That information's inaccurate.
But specifically, so you're not going after, you're saying these are general areas of misinformation that you should take a look at, not specific posts.
Yes, it is also publicly available who the individuals
Right.
are who have,
tell
who have
us.
spread most of the information.
You've got the floor.
Wasn't
Tell
publicly
us.
available
Who
by
are
the
you
United States government. It's
blacklisting?
publicly available information. So that's how it
Right,
works.
that's the whole thing. You're posting it so the world can see it. It's not us. We're just looking at it. That's the same excuse they used when they talked about the post office having a special social media crowd that's searching
Police
everything.
watchdog.
It's just it's public.
Yep.
Public knowledge. It's out there.
The 5 questions that he asked that she did not answer. How does
Okay.
the administration ID misinformation? What generally? Shut up, Jen. How do they flag it to Facebook? Like, is there a red phone? Do you call and say, hey, is there a Slack channel where they're constantly copying and pasting links? I mean,
Yeah,
she didn't
probably is.
address any of this. How many times have you done it? We really need to know that. We need to know that. It's you can't even count how many times. I guarantee you.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm terrible at math, so.
Well, you
I wouldn't be able
absolutely
to.
won't be able to
No,
count. And
it's-
they've already they're pissed that the 12 that she specifically mentioned are still posting.
Right. That she's not
Right?
happy
So,
about
no,
that.
No, she's not. She's okay with Facebook either flagging a post and saying, "Hey, for more COVID-19 information." We've all had that. We've all. Well, I mean, maybe you have if you've posted something that was, factually incorrect according to this government.
The party.
And so she's pissed that they're still posting.
Yes.
She wants them gone.
Yeah. Like I said in that last clip, she made it clear, Facebook, you know how to do this. Why aren't you doing it like everybody else? Now, I can answer this one. How long has this been going on? That would be 12 noon Eastern on January 20th, 2021.
No, it was way before that.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, that's
was
accurate.
way before that.
You're right. And are there safeguards to protect free speech?
Of course.
Of course, right.
Of course they are. This is a private company. People are posting whatever they want.
Yeah.
You have to follow their rules and their regulations.
Yeah, and this isn't
It's
the
all
federal
free speech.
government saying this. No, these are private companies.
We are working in partnership with private companies. Free speech is still part of the deal, but it's free speech also means that you need to speak factual information.
Oh.
It doesn't mean that you can say. It doesn't mean anything. You can say anything you want.
So I have free speech
Absolutely, you
if
have free
it's a
speech.
fact.
You have free speech if it's what I say is fact.
Oh, that's much better said. Okay, so I have free speech if I'm saying what you say is fact.
Correct.
I can remember
Correct. I mean, you say what you want. I don't know why you have such a problem with this.
that. I tweeted out something this morning where I just kind of made the analogy that we're like a forest of trees, and the government looks at us as this mass conglomeration that just needs to be managed. Okay, they don't look at us as individuals. And if we stick our necks out too high, if we stand too tall, like these 12 people apparently are doing, you need to be pruned. The federal government needs to come in there or chop you down. One of the other.
Right.
Yeah. The forest is the people. They just look at us as something that needs to be controlled. And I tweeted that out, and Austin Peterson, you're familiar with him. He said, the trees need to get elected so that they can own the axe. Yeah. No, that's right.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck that happening. Yeah. That's why, and what, there's a Jen Psaki clip that I sent in where she was talking about how the social media platform ban you and how they feel about you being banned by one social media,
Oh.
why not all the rest?
Oh, wow.
Providing for Facebook or other platforms to measure and publicly share the impact of misinformation on their platform and the audience it's reaching. Also with the public, with all of you, to create robust enforcement strategies that bridge their properties and provide transparency about rules. You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
You shouldn't be banned on one.
They need the White House stamp that covers all bases.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming.
Yeah. And if you think
That's
that it's going to stop with anti-vax posts, oh, you're crazy. You think 3 years from now, imagine this world 3 years from now in this White House with all the levers of control and handling all the social media. We're not going to be able to argue a point on any issue. And I'm telling you, man, and I know you want to do the sponsor here, but when you're done with that, we've got to go back to February 5th, 2021, because Jen Psaki's answer on that day, I think, has laid the groundwork for the next at least 4 years